Hello, geography students. This is Mrs. Politsky, and I have your notes for the start of Chapter 17. We're going to get into talking about the Middle East. We're going to start with the Eastern Mediterranean, and we're going to focus primarily right now on the physical geography in Section 1. So, number one, the Eastern Mediterranean sits in the middle of three continents. The Asian part of Turkey includes the large peninsula called Anatolia. So, the three continents that we're talking about primarily here are Europe, Asia, and Africa. The three bodies of water found in the narrow waterways that separates Europe from Asia are the Dardanelles, which you can see pictured off to the right, the Bosporus, which is kind of near the city of Istanbul, and the Sea of Marmara, which is sometimes known as the Turkish Straits. It really joins the Black and Mediterranean Seas. And you can kind of see a little bit of the physical geography here. Turkey itself is a very mountainous area, but we also have some areas here that are very close to sea level along our coastline. So, number three, the Jordan River begins in the country of Syria and flows through Israel and Jordan, forming the Sea of Galilee. Eventually, the Jordan River empties into the Dead Sea. The Dead Sea is located between Israel and Jordan and is the lowest point on any continent at roughly 1,312 feet below sea level. And it is the world's saltiest body of water. It's roughly 9 times saltier than ocean water. And the salt content makes the water so dense that swimmers, for the most part, cannot sink in it. And so you see the photo kind of to the right there, people reading the newspaper. Literally, you have a lot of buoyancy. But at the same time, this is water that has a smell to it. It's also, when you get out of the water and you start drying off, if water evaporates off of you, it's going to leave a salty film on your body. Number 5, the major mountain system in the Eastern Mediterranean is the Pontic Mountains, which run east to west along the north or borders it borders the Black Sea and the northern Anatolian Plateau. Taurus Mountains runs east to west along the southern ridge. It borders the Mediterranean Sea, the southern part of the Ayatollah Plateau, and the Ararat Mountains that are located in eastern Turkey and have two peaks that are over 17,000 feet. There's also a narrow plain from southern Turkey and Syria, which is where the Euphrates River flows southeast from Turkey through the plains of Syria and beyond into the country of Iraq. Climate and vegetation. The region's climate is mostly dry with very little vegetation. Within the Eastern Mediterranean, the Turkey's Black Sea coast and the Mediterranean coast, all the way to northern Israel, have a Mediterranean climate. A small portion of northeastern Turkey has a humid subtropical climate, and much of the interior of Turkey has a steppe climate with just enough rain for some grasses and trees. Central Syria and lands further south to the southern areas have a desert climate. Much of Syria and Jordan, as well as southern Israel, have a desert climate. There's 2 deserts that are found in this region, the Syrian desert and the Negev desert. Natural resources. Water is one of the most valuable resources within this region. And since people of this region are mostly farmers, that makes it a very valuable commodity. Commercial farms can also be found where rain or irrigation provides enough moisture. Subsistent farming, which is basically farming just to provide enough for your family to survive, not necessarily to sell. And livestock can also be found in drier areas. And then finally, the main natural resources of Eastern Mediterranean are water, minerals such as sulfur, mercury, and copper. Phosphates, which are mineral salts that contain elements of phosphorus and asphalt, are also found in this area as well. Thank you.